Today I'm super excited. We've got 4 collector booster boxes of Edge of Eternities, like $1,300 a product, and we're gonna crack them open, see if we can find an ancient tomb or two, maybe some super sweet planets or spacecraft, some expensive showcase foils, so let's get into it. Before we crack the boxes, a quick note on the pricing. So the way I price boxes when we open them during pre-sales, when prices are super high, is I take the current retail price of the cards and I knock 40 to 50% off, because that's on average how much a set drops in price once it's opened and all the supply gets on the market. In the distant past, I used just straight up pre-sale prices, but that made it look like every box was worth way too much because you can't actually sell cards for its pre-sale prices and prices drop super quickly. So that's how I'm doing it for now. It's not perfect, but it usually gives us a relatively close approximation of where cards are actually going to end up. But anyway, let's crack some boosters. Here we go. Box number 1, Edge of Eternities. I gotta say, I have been waiting for this one. Final Fantasy's cool and all, but for me, what I like the most is space. The art in this set, I swear, I know I've heard a lot of complaints about Magic's art recently. People say it's worse than it was, in the 90s or whatever, which I think is partly nostalgia, and partly I agree in some cases. Like Ether Drift art, my god, but like the flavor of that set was so bad. Oh my god, I hate that set. But this set, Edge of Eternities, the space art is so cool. It is literally, I think, some of the best art that Wizards has had made in the modern era of Magic. It is so incredibly good. All right, so what are we looking for out of this set? So the most expensive cards are, what are they? The Fractured Foil Showcase Treatment. Some of those are hundreds of dollars. No serialized cards in this set. And then the land slot has some pretty expensive cards, especially if you get the borderless poster version. Those are the highest end version. My god, I'm opening that pack horribly. All right, here we go. Oh wait, did they reverse? They reversed the order. That's kind of cool. It used to be with collector boosters that the best card was right in the front, but they switched it around, which is sweet. Ooh, all right. I swear, these lands to me, they're so good. They look so nice, but they look like unset lands to me. It used to be you had to buy an unset to get lands like this, and now you can just get them in Edge of Eternities. I think they're worth a few bucks too, the foil ones. Well, all right, here we go. Loading Zone foil. Baloth Prime, one of the commander cards. Bioengineered Future, pretty sweet in a +1/+1 counter deck. Oh my god, oh my goodness, look at that foiling in there. Oh wow. Gemstone Caverns, I'm pretty sure second most expensive card on the land sheet behind Ancient Tube, and man, it looks sweet in foil. Oh man, what a cool card. The outer space art really makes this set for me. Like that's what makes me most excited, is just cards like this look so good. Well, that is a hit. Weapons Manufacturing, probably gonna be a good against odds cards, and Robot Token. Well, first pack off to a good start with the Gemstone Caverns. All right, pack number 2. Let's just keep doing that. I think you get, I believe, a card from the land sheet in every pack, right? I believe that's how it's supposed to work. Well, pack 2, we're mostly going to just skim through the commons and uncommons, since there's a couple of uncommons that are in like the $2 price range right now, but there's nothing big value-wise. I think this is actually one of the $2 ones, the Umbral Collars outlet, one of the best sack outlets we've gotten in a while. All right, what do we get here? Island. In Space. Warmaker Gunship, kind of a bulk rare. Ooh, Hearthhold the World Seed. So this is extended version of one of the commanders from the commander set. I don't know if it's worth much. Sometimes the extended commanders are worth a little bit. Space Time Anomaly, one of the best Hopestium cards we've had in a while. Ooh, Eldrazi Temple. Okay, not as good as Gemstone Caverns, but still a hit. Pinnacle Starcage, and a robot. I think the land sheet, this set's really interesting, because normally you're hoping to hit a serialized card, right? No serialized cards in this set, as I mentioned before. However, and these packs open differently. Ooh, art card. However, there are still like $400 or $500 cards on the land sheet. The land sheet Ancient Tomb Forest is the big one. Okay, random black thing. Moxite Refinery, Pain for All, one of my favorite cards from the set. Turn anything into a stuffy doll is a cool idea. Blink Moth Nexus. Oh, okay. Talk about value. That is Wow, look at that galaxy foil. Look at it, looks like you're in outer space. It looks at first I was like, "Oh, these cards look so dark." But I think that's like to make them look outer spacey, right? You can it looks like stars are shining. It looks like planets in the sky. It's so, oh my god, what a card. The only thing I will complain about that is, I mean, that's a hit. That is a hit. That is a galaxy foil breeding pool. I don't know the exact price, but I'm imagining it's got to be 100, I would say, maybe. The only thing I will complain about with these lands, oh, this was supposed to be the good pile. The only thing I will complain about with these lands is they do look a lot like the ones we got in Infinity not that long ago. They do look very similar, but they still, I mean, they look spectacular. Okay, more Galaxy Foil fetch lands, please. Or shock lands, I mean. More Galaxy Foil shock lands. Will not complain. Even the basics just look sweet. Look at like how the colors pop. They just look so good. Singularity Rupture, very crim card. Surge Conductor, 0-point Ballad. Okay, Mystifying Maze, one of the worst of the land sheet cards. Ooh, Tanic. Tanic's, ooh, I think this is actually an expensive card. That is Showcase Foil Tanic. Our new Sneak Attack Kavu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a hit. I think we're running good, which I think we're due to run good. Because we got absolutely trashed in Final Fantasy. My god, did we run bad opening? I mean, the problem with Final Fantasy was just too expensive. I don't even know if we ran that bad. It was just, that set was so ridiculously expensive to open. $1,200. These are back down in the, like, just over $300 price range. Much more reasonable to actually pull a profit at $300. I swear this looks like an Infinity land. Oh my god! Most expensive card in the main set. Tezzeret Cruel Captain in foil. I mean, that's like 50, 60 bucks at the moment. Expiration Brew Chip. Although, when I do the prices on this, we do a little deduction, as I mentioned in the intro. Ooh, the right hand. Echoing Depths. Oh my god, I Still Explorer. Extended foil. Perhaps the most busted card in the set, one of them. And kind of a cool looking art card. Oh, we're running hot today. This is a good box. This is a good box. We are off to a pretty good start already. All right, what do we get here? Halfway through box 1 of 4. Get through the commons and uncommons. Hymn of the Fallen. Little Schwamp action. Hard Light Containment. Hatchery. A Mudian Hatchery. The hits don't stop. Exalted Sunboard Extended. And how about a Dust Bowl? And Loading Zone. All right. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right. Next up, what do we get? Entering half 2 of box 1. I was going to try to sort out the good cards, but I think I've given up. I think I've given up on that. I think I've given up on sorting out the good cards. It's going to go like it always goes with random piles. Forest. Ooh, the foiling just looks so neat. Oh my god, another Ice Still Explorer. Pretty sure that's the best rare in this set. Huthros Research Craft. That might actually be a hit. That's, I think, one of the better cards from the Commander precons. Dryadine. Crystal Quarry. Sunset Saboteur. And kind of cool looking art card. All right, I mean, we'll take the Ice Still Explorers. We will take all of it. I think that's a card, honestly. I mean, I don't want to call for bannings in Commander, but it reminds me of Courser of Crufix in the way that, like, it combines 2 effects together that probably shouldn't be combined together. I think that card is just incredibly busted in, like, any green deck. It's so incredibly good. Swamp, Bioengineered Future, Death Shaper Titan, Starwinder. Cool art. Scavenger Grounds. And, ooh, wow. Ooh. Galaxy, is that Galaxy Foil? No, that's not Galaxy Foil. It's normal foil. I don't know if this card's that good, but man, look at that art. The art is just so good in this set. Even when we open cards that aren't worth that much, they just look so good. It's been a while since I felt like in In-Universe Magic set just had killer art. I can't even remember the last time. I just love this set based on the art alone, pretty much. What do we get? What do we get here? Island, Lumen Class Frigate, Radiant Summit. Enter tapped unless you control. Oh, these are the Tango lands, the completion of the Tango land cycle. Synthesizer Lab, another Blank Moth Nexus. Oh, Careful, careful. Pinnacle Emissary. I think Pinnacle Emissary is a good card. It's not going to be worth a ton, but I am kind of hyped about it in like Modern. In Modern, you get so many free artifacts that I feel like warping it on one and just going like Mox, Mishra's Bauble, or whatever, Emery, might actually be a legit strategy. It is a little annoying that the tokens can't block, but whatever. Whatever, you can't have it all. What do we get here? Mountain. Weft Walking. Probably one of the art's so cool. The art is so cool. But probably one of the least valuable mythics in the set. Swarm. Coral of the Void. Cathedral of War. Not as... Whoa! Okay. Okay. We got the headliner. Sothera the Super Void. I'm not even sure how good this card is. But I think this treatment is actually very, very expensive. I don't know. It's like a Grave Pact, but it goes away. But it's also a super cool looking mythic. Maybe a Grave Pact that goes away makes it better. I think one of the problems with Grave Pact is it's almost one of those it's too good, it's bad kind of cards, if that makes sense. Like, or it's so good, it's bad. If you Grave Pact, you're either going to like grief the table and people are going to get salty, or they are going to kill you if they can. Because Grave Pact makes it very hard to play Magic. So maybe a Grave Pact that goes away is actually better in some ways. Cool art. I don't think this card's worth much, so you if it. Inventor's Fair. I mean, that's got to be worth something, because it's like $10 normally. Consult the star charts. Probably not as good as Stock Up, but still pretty good card draw. Well, I feel like this has been a good box. I feel like this has been a pretty good box. We haven't got an Ancient Tomb, although maybe we're about to open one. No Ancient Tomb, but otherwise, I feel like we have hit some of the best cards we could possibly hit in this set. Actually, I really like this card in Commander. A 3-mana mana rock that also draws you a bunch of cards, like Seagate Restorations in the late game, seems kind of insane to me. Playing, Godless Shrine. Not Galaxy Foil, but still, we will take. Oh, that's Sothera. I see it. It's in the art. Haha! I know that planet. I know that black hole. See, I'm learning the lore of this set. Something cool's in the back, I think. Another new land cycle card. Oh God! All right, Godless Shrine. This is the Godless Shrine pack. So extended non-Galaxy Foil Godless Shrine, Cathedral of Oregon, and Ragos, Deft Gastronaut. This might be worth something. It is the most popular commander from the set. But I mean, we got two. We got two shocks in that pack. Two of the same shock in that pack. So, feeling pretty good after box one. I gotta say, box one, kind of ridiculous. Like, other than not getting an Ancient Tomb, there is not much. There is not much else we wanted out of that box. This will work. There we go. Box number 2 of Edge of Eternities. Well, here we go. Let's get an Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb is what I want the most. Just because it's worth the most, but I'll also just take all the shock lands. We haven't opened any of the planet lands yet. That we have not. All right, box 2. Can we beat box 1 somehow? Which I'm actually kind of skeptical. I feel like that box 1 was very good. Island, Memorial Vault, Mox Refinite, Sledgecast Sheet Ship, Hissing Quagmire. They brought back all the creature lands. Unfortunately, they're not really worth much of. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, not the best planet land, but still, that is Showcase Treatment Black Planet Land. So I think white and a signed. Okay, there's some money. We got the signature. A signed art card. I would say black is mid tier. I think red's worst. White, blue, green best. Black in the middle. Probably white, blue best. Green, black in the middle. Something like that is how I would rank the planet lands currently. In the dark, since I haven't really got to play with them yet, but I feel like black is powerful, but it's gonna be tricky to turn on in some decks. All right, Dawnsire. New combo commander. 100 damage to your Stuffy Doll, to your Screaming Nemesis. Expiration Brood Ship. That's actually, I think, worth something maybe. It turns into an expiration kind of quick, although the power of expiration is you do it from turn 1. This, you need to tap 3 power worth of creatures to get an expiration. So it's probably not expiration good, but I guess it turns into a 4/4 eventually. The Endstone Extended Mythic. Reflecting Pool. Okay, that's a nice Reflecting Pool. And how about More Sledge Clash seed ships. All right, that's Sledge Cast, kind of a whiff. We have so many of these green cheetah thing into play cards in standard right now, and I don't know, maybe with Seed Ship plus Kona plus the green planet land, maybe we could build a deck around them now. Maybe we're getting there, but so far they haven't been especially playable. Island, Secluded Starforge, Commander card, Rust Harvester, Sunken Citadel. How about, all right, Sacred Foundry, is that, okay, not Galaxy Foil, but Showcase Sacred Foundry. We'll take the shocks. We'll take all the shocks. The more shocks, the better for us. So Galaxy Foil, I think, is the best treatment of shocks. And then Showcase Foil is still good. And then base version is fine. But still, even like base version shocks are like $15. So still kind of a win. Even if it's not the most expensive. I'm not sure if this card's good or not. Emissary Escort. It can get big in an artifact deck. It can crew or station pretty well in an artifact deck. But it is kind of French vanilla, right? It's just big. It has no enters, no dice triggers, no attack triggers, none of that stuff. It's just a big old robot. Surge Conductor. Some of the proliferate cards in this set seem pretty good in Commander. Pinnacle Stargate. Contested Warzone. In foil, the art's cool. The card kind of sucks. And a Looming Class Frigate. Ooh, all right. So far, this box feels way worse than the first one. The first one, we might have peaked early this opening. We'll see. We still got 2 more boxes after this, but I will say that that first box was seemed pretty good. I mean, we still got time with this box even. It only takes a single Ancient Tomb. Whoop, 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 whoop. Little Zoidberg action. I like that there are still like Lobster in Space makes you think Zoidberg, but they're not like as ham-fisted as some of the references that we had in like Ether Drift or whatever. All right, not a lot there, other than a Zoidberg. I like I don't mind some amount of references. Like if you go to outer space and you have some references, but some of them got a bit too on the nose. So like the blue shell from Mario or whatever, some of those it just came across kind of silly. I've been very impressed that how serious this set feels. It doesn't feel like, all right, Watery Grave, we'll take it. Another shock land on the list. Insight Engine seems pretty good in an artifact deck. Okay, Tesseract Roll Captain, Showcase treatment. I mean, that's another 50 something, I think. Again, like when I say 50 something, that's retail prices, and it's still pre-sale. So we're gonna deduct 40-50% or whatever to get hopefully a realistic value. Rust Harvester. I do like the art on this Showcase treatment. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't know what that is, but it looks sweet. It's got lots of colors. Hey, it's a wow, that Sother or whatever is in a lot of different arts, isn't it? We saw it in the Godless Shrine. We saw it in the card itself. Now it's in whatever that art card is. I don't even know what that art is. That the White Planet land, maybe? The art card? All right. Into half 2 of box 2. What do we find in Edge of Eternities? I will say, as much as I love the Final Fantasy set, ooh, Tannic, all right, that's a hit. That's a hit. Festering Thicket. Breeding Pool Showcase. All right. I mean, keep giving us them shock lands. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so second best card you can open, and well, okay, it is not foil. Okay, so best card you can open in the set is Ancient Tomb. This is the second best art on the Ancient Tomb in the set. The borderless poster is better than this, and this is not foil. So as far as Ancient Tombs go, it's not the best Ancient Tomb, but that is still a pretty solid like $100+ bill. And also, I know I've said this a few times, but that is one of my, I'm going to get a print of this art and hang it on my wall. That's how much I like this art by, who are you? Focus. Whoever that is. And hey, more mythics. Countersnake, Ouroboros. Kind of a fun word to say. I still want to make a word tier list sometime of just the most fun Magic words to say. Boiler Biggles, Obaboroboid, Flibblethip. There's some good ones. How the mighty have fallen. I remember Oblivion Ring being like chase removal back in the day, and now that effect is basically unplayable. Island. Ooh, Thrumming Hive Pool. I think this card's actually expensive because Sliver players are kind of degenerates. Sliver players love their slivers. Kind of disappointing this is only Sliver in the set, but I'm sure we'll get Slivers in space, a full set at some point. Ooh, Infinite Guideline Station. Not an expensive card, but a cool one. So many. Man, imagine if these contested war zones were Ancient Tombs. We'd be rich. Cosmogoyf. See, this is the kind of reference I can get behind. Goyf in space. Goyf in space. They could put a literal, like, it could just be Tarmogoyf with a space helmet on, and I wouldn't complain. It's it's just too good. Plus I think Cosmogoyf is actually not a bad card. I think it could have some uses. It could have some uses. I'm gonna build around it in standard, I think, with Ketramos, maybe some collecting evidence, perhaps. Well, what do we get? What do we get here? Mounted Biotech Specialist. Glittering Mastiff. Massive. I was like, Mastiff, isn't that a dog? Warp Panharmonicon Singer. Wandering Fumarole. Ooh. Okay, this is the treatment. That is the treatment. This is the most expensive treatment outside of the land slot. Anti-casual Vintage. I don't know how valuable this exact card is, but I think that's a hit. Just because of the treatment it's pretty rare. We're almost 2 boxes in. That's the first time we've seen the showcase treatment. That showcase treatment. All right. What do we get here? We got what? 3 more packs in box 2. I still feel this box is improving. It started off slow, but it's improving. I still think box 1 is currently beating it. Secluded Starforge, Stirring Wildwoods, Possibility Technician. Card's still good, but you gotta be Kavus to make it good, which is kind of a challenge, right? Kavu's not known to be the most powerful tribe in the history of Magic. We did get a few in Edge of Eternities. I don't know if it's enough to really make a good standard deck around them. Maybe. We can try. We will, I'm sure, try. Well, what do we get? What do we get here? 2 packs to go in box 2. Swamp and Panharmonicon, dude. At Baloth Prime. Possibility. Hey, same cards. Blast Zone. Okay. Not super expensive, but cool treatment. Infinite Guideline Station. Foil? Alright. Hey, there it is again. Sothera. They put it. It is throughout the set, isn't it? It's a recurring motif. It's a motif. Put it in the art. I like how cohesive this set feels, though. It feels like a unique Magic set that happens to be set in space, and I think that's actually awesome. I was a little nervous when they announced it that it was going to be Aether Drift in space, but it's like Ravnica in space or something. Another Hearthhole, Memorial Vault, Endless. Whoa. Man, that showcase treatment looks cool. Robostars, it looks heavy played. It really does. Oh, I hope they do more of these. Having near mint cards look heavy play is so cool. Robostars, normal treatment's like $10-15. I imagine this special guest treatment will be more just because how awesome the art is, but we will see. I love the worn look is so cool. It looks like an old magazine, which is what they're going for, an old book. Well, that's box 2. I think box 1 is still winning right now. That would be my guess. If I was going to guess, I would say box 1 is still in the lead. But I don't know. We got the Ancient Tomb in box 2. Actually, we might have had 2 good boxes so far. I think it's possible we've just had two solid boxes, which, again, after getting absolutely hammered on Final Fantasy, we will not complain. All right, box 3 of 4. What do we find in box number 3 in our Edge of Eternity collector case opening? Get through. This one's for Krim. He loves his corgis. He loves his corgis. Swamp. Requiem Monolith. Scouring Swarm. So many Infinite Guideline Stations. Oh, Gemstone Caverns. Okay. I mean, that's a hit. That is the second best. The second best on the land sheet, I believe. Oh. Japanese showcase. It's a Waifu Monicon. In some ways, the best Panharmonicon. In other ways, the worst. And what's up with those ears? I don't even know. Well, I don't know how much so I don't think that the Panharmonicon creature is super expensive, but it might be expensive just because of that treatment. That treatment might actually carry. Plus, one thing we've learned in the last couple years is People love their anime cards. It's kind of wild how much people love their anime cards. As someone who doesn't really watch anime, although I watched Death Note. Oh, breeding pool showcase. So we've hit a lot of breeding pools and godless shrines. Creeping Arpit. Oh, Tarpit, the spacecraft is over at IC. Hey, make it to the moon. Okay, now that is a special guest. First time coming to Magic Arena too. And that guy, he is actually blood mooning that planet. And this guy looks horrified, but hey, that's what your opponents look like when you blood moon them. That's a pretty good no. No. My home, my lands, they're all mountains. That's what I imagine my opponents doing when I drop the turn 2 blood moon. All right, what do we get in this pack? What do we find? Astro Reclaimer, not as good as the token copying one. Another one of the lands. Anti-casual vestige. Deserted Temple might be worth a little bit. I see some fringe play. Lumen class frigate. I feel like this card's not actually that good. I mean, anthems are already like not that heavily played, and an anthem that you need to tap creatures to turn on is kind of awkward. Well, what do we get in pack number? I don't even know of this box. I should have phrased that differently. I don't know why I like the art on this card. It's just this card's so simple. 1 mana, the art's cool. Put a counter on something, draw a card. I don't know why I like that card. I don't know why. For some reason, I like that card. This card, I'm curious if it's good enough for like blue, red, black commander decks. 3 mana, 3/1, exiles all your opponent's graveyard when it enters, and you get a lander that you can sack to ramp it grow. So I guess it's kind of 5 mana to ramp. But I mean, it's red. It's where Richard's playing. Oh, here Exelon to ramp. So if you're in colors that are bad at ramping, I feel like this makes the cut. I don't think it's as good as Solemn, but the combo of Graveyard Hate and Ramp, I think it's still good enough. If you're another breeding pool, our favorite of the shock lands apparently. Ethereal's down chosen. I think this card probably sucks. At least in 60 card formats. Just 5 mana for a 3/3, so light on stats. Nesting Grounds. Mummunion, the right hand. Cool showcase treatment. Well, next pack. What do we find? Forest, Secluded Starforge, Long Range Sensor, Elegy Acolyte, Lava. Man, that art's cool. Lava Claw Reaches. Probably worth like 50 cents or something. Maybe this version's worth a little more, but boy, that art's good. Synthesizer Lab Ship. Yeah, all right. Actually, I feel like so far, this is our weakest box. I feel like box 1 was a banger. Box 2, I think it's actually also a banger, and we did really well. Box 3, you gotta pick it. You gotta pick it up, box 3. You gotta pick it up, or we're gonna vote you out. We're gonna Among Us, yeah. Oh, Pain for All, cool card. Another Hearthal. Inquisitor, Lightstone Inquisitor. If you want a hot take, I think this card is way worse than it looks. Its ability looks appealing, but I think it actually is going to play a lot worse than it looks. Cathedral of War. Stop. Okay. I mean, it's a shock. Man, we have gotten so many shock lands. It's a shock. It's a showcase shock. It's got to be worth a lot. Sadly, not Galaxy Foil. Galaxy Foil would have put it over the top, but still, Showcase Stomping Ground. That's a hit. That's a hit. That is a hit. All right, let's keep it going. We've gotten a ton of shock lands. I always love when they have shock lands or fetch lands in a set, because it just makes the floor of opening the set so much higher. Because worst case, if you don't hit the Ancient Tomb, you run bad on Mythics, you're at least going to pull out a bunch of shocks, which... Is that Galaxy Foil? No. Wait. No. It just... Yes? Oh, it is. Wow, it looks kind of Galaxy Foil-ish. Hey, there's a Planet Land. White Planet Land, which I actually think is one of the better ones. I think you can play it in artifact decks and constructs to make it easy to turn on. Backup Commander. Zoidberg. Oh, Wandering Fumarole. And Entropic Battle. I wish this card cost 1 less mana. If that card costs 3 mana or 2 mana, I think it would actually be really fun to build around. At 4 mana, I'm a little skeptical that it's actually going to be good enough, but I guess we will find out. I think it's just a little too slow, because in a discard deck, by the time you get to that amount of mana, hopefully you've already emptied your opponent's hand. Well, another thrumming Hive Pool for all the Sliver fans out there. Festering Thicket. Pinnacle Star Cage. High Market. Okay, on the land sheet. And Possibility Tech. All right. I mean, High Markets, I do like a lot of the lanes are playable. Highmarket's a card that I put in commander decks on occasion, not in every commander deck, obviously, but it's still kind of a playable card, even if it's not super valuable. What do we get in our next pack here? Planes and Emissary Escort. Planetary Annihilation. Sledgecast Steamship. Shambling Vents. And Rust Harvester. Ugh. All right, that was not a pack to remember. That's the funny thing about collector boosters. Some of the packs you open like $500 of value. Other packs you spend what, $35 and end up with like $2 of value. And that was I think one of the $2 in value type packs. But this one, Munitions Massacre. Utheros Research Craft. Hey, okay. I mean, it is a planet land. Unfortunately, it's the red one, which, my god. Red always gets the Meteor Crater, Anti-Casual Vestige. Red always gets a short end of the stick in land cycles. I think if you went through every utility land cycle and ranked them based on which color got the least powerful to most powerful member of the cycle, I think you would find that red is the worst overall. There are a few cycles, like Ramonap Ruins, that red actually came out ahead, but I think in general, red tends to get the worst member of land cycles. Sometimes, like, hilariously so, too. Devastating Onslaught. Depth Shaker Titan. Memorial Vault. Hey, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Remember me saying when we opened that last Ancient Tomb that it was pretty good, but it was not the most valuable version of Ancient Tomb. This is the money version. This is the borderless poster. This might be the literal most expensive card in the set. It might be the literal most expensive card in the set. I'm going to have to double check. I'm not sure if there's also a Galaxy foil on this. There might be one even better foiling on this, but this card is hundreds of dollars. And as a reprint, I think it's probably not that inflated at presale because we already know that Ancient Tomb, like the cheapest version, is already $100+ card. So this super scarce, that is. Okay, box 3. We said box 3 had to pick it up, and box 3 appears to be picking it up. That is Ancient Tomb number 2 in 3 boxes, minus 1 pack that we're about to open. Okay, this is making up for Final Fantasy. I think we're actually coming out ahead this time, maybe. Celestial, or Crystal Quarry, Memorial Vault, and Tezzeret Art card. All right, well, the bad news is, I'm not sure how our last box can possibly match up to what we've already opened. I don't know how it can happen. We have already ran so well that I'm not sure how we do not end this video with a disappointment. If this box somehow tops the first 3, this might be our best box opening we've ever done value-wise. I think that's actually true. Well, all right, here we go. Let's see if box 4 can somehow beat the odds. If we open 4 good boxes, that's probably the first time that's ever happened to us, honestly. Usually get like 1 or 2 good boxes and then a bunch of jank boxes, but this has just been, it's been all great. Every box has been great. My Phone Harmonizer, Bonder's Enclave. Okay, that's kind of a dead pack. Oh, I knew it. I knew box 4 was gonna get us. You can't always run hot. The house always wins in the end, they say. All right, let's see. Let's just get one more. Is it greedy to ask for one more Stomping Grounds? Okay. Brood Ship, Lumencast Frigate, so many of those. Lotus Field. I mean, Lotus Field's sweet and playable. Probably worth a few bucks. Bioengineered Future. Is it too greedy to ask for a third Ancient Tomb? An Ancient Tomb a box. If you get an Ancient Tomb a box, the set is incredibly valuable. Okay, I mean, I think we've done well enough, though, that even if this last box does flop, I think we've still had a really good... I'm feeling very... Usually I'm kind of like, maybe. I'll be back. We'll wrap it up. Dominion Bracelet. Equipment Mindslaver. Horizon Explorer. Hey, Watery Grave Showcase. Okay. Give us some Shock Lands. Eldrazi Temple. Sure. And Pain for All Extended Foil. Pain for All is one of my favorite cards in the set. Not one of the most valuable cards, but it is one of my personal favorites of the set. Well, all right. What do we get? Here? Island. Let's go Inquisitor. Amudian Wastewalker. Hey, Abando. Okay. Planet Gaia's Cradle. Showcase treatment. I mean, that's a hit. It's not foil or anything, but still Crystal Quarry and 0 Point Ballad. I'm not convinced 0 Point Ballad's actually good. I'm not convinced it's like Mihawk Massacre, except you lose life instead of gaining life. I guess it's a little cheaper, which is nice, but I kind of feel like it's, I don't know, it can be a sideboard card. I don't think it's like unplayable or anything, but I just don't think it's, I don't think it's that good. I don't even know if it's like a main deck card. It might be just like a sideboard card against aggro. Really good against like Convoke or whatever, like a go wide deck. Starwinder, Planetary Annihilation, Requiem Monolith, Sunken Citadel. Ooh, Beyond, that art's so good. It's so good. Sadly, it's the Return of Sunfall, although it's powered down enough. Man, I love that art. That's another one. There's like 20 pieces of art from this set I want to print of. I'm gonna have to buy some prints for my wall. I love the art of this set. It's just so good. Shout out to, I guess Wizards, but also all the artists. Y'all killed it. Y'all killed it in this set. What do we get here? Servandum. Definitely building around this in standard with Ketramos. In Spirit, flagship vessel. Playing that one for Commander Clash. Sammy. Terrain generator. Hey, Famish World Sire. Okay. Extended foil. It's mythic. I think there's, ooh, look at that. I might have to keep that art card just because, man, it's so good. I don't even like art cards. I don't even care, but this set got me. The art on this set just got me. I know I've been gushing about it, but still, it got me. It's just so good. Ooh, all right, we have less than half a box to go. This is half 2 of box 4, our last box. So far, box 4, I think, is our worst box. The Sirmia, Patrolling Pacemaker, the Eternity Elevator, Nesting Grounds, Sunstar Chaplain. I knew it. I knew we were due. We were due. Our first 3 boxes were so good. So good. That I knew our luck had to run out. There was no way you can open 4 banger boxes in a row. That is just beating the odds too much. We still have 5 packs though. All we need is one more Ancient Tomb, Magic Gods. One more Ancient Tomb. One more Ancient Tomb. You can do it. One more Ancient Tomb. One more. Forest. Synthesizer Lab Chip. Surge Conductor. Beyond the Quiet with the cool art. Grove the Burden Willows. Hey, okay. Sliver Overlord. I think that's like a $50 card or something. I'm pretty sure Silver Overlord is very expensive. Doesn't look as worn as other ones though. Still looks cool though, but cool treatment. Special guest Sliva. All right, down to 4 packs. 4 more shots for an Ancient Tomb. Is there anything else we really wanted to open that we haven't opened? I would take another Galaxy Foil. Galaxy Foil Shock would be sweet. We've only actually gotten 1 Galaxy Foil, but it doesn't feel bad because we got so many Ancient Tombs. Famish World Sire. That's a hit, I think. Festering Thicket, Munitions Massacre, Raging Ravine, and Diadrine. All right, another bulky pack. Well, 3 more. 3 more shots. 3 more shots at glory. Actually, I think we're gonna open something else good. I don't know why. This just went too well. It's went too well so far. For some reason, I got the confidence we're going to get another hit. Sunset Saboteur, Hatchery, Moonlit Meditation, Endless Sand. Hey! Okay. Wait, what is this card? 7 mana. Oh, okay. So this showcase treatment is rare and expensive. Oh, I don't remember the name of this card. It's the, draw a card whenever you cast something, and then your life total becomes half of your starting life total thing, I think. I honestly don't know what that's worth, but I do know we opened 4 boxes. This is only our 2nd Japanese showcase card, so I imagine it's got some value just because of scarcity. So hopefully that counts as a hit. 2 more packs. 2 more packs. Come on, Magic Gods. Come on, Space Gods. Come on, Tezzeret. I'll pray to Tezzeret if I have to. Space-Time Anomaly, Insight Engine, Sunstar Chaplain, Stirring Wildwoods. All right, Watery Grave Showcase. It's not Galaxy Foil, but it's still, that's still a cool card. It's still a hit, a minor hit. Well, this is it. Last pack. We got to do it in the traditional way. We got to flip it. All right, here we go. The final pack of our $1,300-ish Edge of Eternities box opening. So get through the commons and uncommons. Once we get to the land. All right, there's the land. So this is going to be the token or art card. Flip this around. So this is Ancient Tomb. And then these are our other hits. So let's see. So there is a forest. Ancient Tomb. It's coming. Rust Harvester, foil, sure. Solar Array, yes, fine for artifact decks. Ooh, Plaza, Plaza of Heroes, okay. Not a great card from the land sheet. Loading Zone, all right. Ancient Tomb, Ancient Tomb, Ancient Tomb. Well, okay. Okay, not an Ancient Tomb, but we will take a foil showcase Planetary Land of Vando Waking Haven, the Gaia's Cradle. I will say, and I don't know the numbers, but just I am feeling really good about this one. Final Fantasy, I came away from it feeling really bad, like we got wrecked. And we did get wrecked. This one, I think box 4 was the weakest, but I actually think boxes 1, 2, and 3 were all above average boxes, with 1 and 2 being like really banger. And no, actually 3 too, because of that, the Ancient Tomb. I think the first 3 boxes were like very, very good. The last box was probably medium. And in the end, I think we kind of crushed it, but that's something for future Seth to figure out. I'll be right back. All right, future Seth here. You can tell because future Seth is apparently one of those super cool guys that wears sunglasses inside as he's editing YouTube videos. Here to wrap up our Edge of Eternities opening. And I gotta say, we absolutely crushed it. As bad as our Final Fantasy opening was a month ago, and it was pretty bad, that's as good as this opening was. We opened 4 collector booster boxes, an entire case of Edge of Eternities, $1,600 of product, and every single box was a winner. Some were slight winners, like box 2 was our worst box at plus $17 in value, but then our best box, box number 3, plus $365. We almost doubled up on that box. Thanks to opening what I think is literally the best card in the set, the Foil Showcase Borderless Poster Ancient Tomb, which is like a $500 card. And this is despite the fact that this set is again selling for way over MSRP. When I think of cluster booster boxes, the price in my head, the price I'm used to playing is like $250, and these are selling for $400. They were $250 when they first went on sale, but then Final Fantasy happened and spoilers happened and prices just shot out of control. But could you imagine if we actually played a reasonable price for these? If these were actually $250 instead of $400, oh my God, would we have killed it? Then our bad boxes, which were still good. They were still like really good. Our worst box was still very good with these opening, but our like plus $17 box would be like plus $170. So my only complaint is that once again we have a set selling for way above MSRP for collector booster boxes, but I love literally everything else about this set. We open incredibly well, we hit the best cards in the set, the flavor's good, the art is amazing, the mechanics look super sweet. So all in all, I gotta say, Edge of Eternities, one of my favorite sets that Wizards has made in a really long time in a whole bunch of different ways, and our opening today kind of backed that up. But anyway, everyone, that brings us to the end of our Edge of Eternities box opening. Of course, if you need any of the cards we opened today, you can snag them from our sponsor Card Kingdom over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And if you need to sell some cards, maybe to buy a $400 booster box of Edge of Eternities, which probably shouldn't do that, just get singles. That's a smart thing to do. But if you need to sell some cards, head over to cardconduit.com/mtggoldfish. They make it super easy to sell your cards. So anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon with another one. Until then, have a spectacular day, and I will talk to you soon. Looking for even more Magic Queen? Find our Final Fantasy opening here, or maybe the video where I bought a collection from someone who slid into my DMs.